Good, good,
All
good.
righty, we're back finally.
Yes, sir. Hour number two. Man, we survived that first hour, man. It was high spirits and everything, man. Well, welcome back, everybody, to hour number two, triple option. You with the analysts here. I'm Mr. 411, the analysts on board, Zach, O, and Coy. All right. So we left off with talking about the FCS, and within that, we had conversation about Deion Sanders, primetime head coach Deion Sanders, and O wants to help close that one out for us so that we can move forward to our season expectations.
Yeah, let's go ahead and clear it up. One, I think the team will be in the mix. Travis Hunter will live up to the hype.
Oh, all right.
I
Um,
got one for you, oh.
and they will not win the. They won't be in the mix. It will be South Carolina State and FAM, or
Oh,
that will be in the was it Celebration Bowl?
Are you
yes.
saying Jackson State is going to lose a game during the regular season?
Yeah.
Hey, I hope so.
I'll
Look,
get
I
even
want
more
that.
scandalous. I'll get even more scandalous.
Uh-oh.
I say Jackson State's gonna lose to Grambling.
Well,
Oh.
I hope so because if they lose, that means they get to go to the FCS playoff, and we get to see how they do. Because I think when you win the conference, you're obligated to go to the Celebration Bowl. So I hope both of you are correct about that.
I am curious. Now I am curious to see the how Shiloh did the quarterback.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's on the watch for the Black College Football
Oh,
Player of the
he's
Year watch,
yeah.
and
wow.
I think
so
I
is
think the
Travis
Shiloh.
guy.
Hunter.
Yeah, I think the guy at FAM will have better numbers.
hmm
Yeah.
I
The
tell you what,
quarterback at FAM
Isaiah,
will have better numbers.
they have a good quarterback there. Willie Simmons, head coach over there. He's done great work at FAM over the years. And by the way,
Oh,
Isaiah Land,
speaking of prospects, Fam got a tight end there. That's probably gonna
yeah,
be a second or third round pick. He's not gonna be a
yeah,
first rounder, but don't be
Exactly. That's
surprised.
what I'm saying. They're going to win. They're
Don't they
going
have
to.
a don't
They're
they
in
have a
the same.
linebacker too?
Yeah,
yes,
FAM.
Isaiah Land is the
Yeah,
Ah,
linebacker,
okay,
six
gotcha.
four, two
yeah.
fifteen.
FAM and
He's a
Jackson State
monster.
are in the
All right,
same.
y'all.
They're
I'm
they're
finna
in the they're in
ghost
the
out.
East.
Go to my notes right quick.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
in the East. Yeah, they're in the East
they
right
and
now.
oh
Jackson State is in the East with FAM.
yeah,
FAM will win that division. That's why I said they won't repeat. So
okay,
they'll have a
okay.
great year. Hunter will live up to the hype, but it will be FAM that wins the swag.
Man, that's a nice statement there. Oh, and guess what? They played last year, opening the season at the Orange Blossom Classic in Miami, and it was a tight game last year, and I expect the same this year. And by the way, since you're with your prediction of FAM, man, that makes his first game of the season a must watch, and that's in week
Yep,
number one. But we got
exactly.
to,
I was watching it anyway, but uh,
yeah,
if Orion's prediction is right, I'm gonna say this: uh, I'll be having some harsh words for Coach Prime at the end of the season, but we'll see how everything plays out.
Harsh. Why?
Um,
I mean,
Uh,
wouldn't that be any different than what he did this year? I mean, the expectation he met the expectations. They were better teams.
well,
they
this
just
is
lost one
year
game.
three. Well, this is in my mind. No, you didn't just lose one game. When you
In your
talk that
mind,
talk,
hmm
okay, that's all I can go off of.
Yeah, he's not
yeah,
going undefeated.
When
all
you
right,
talk
check
that
this out,
talk,
y'all.
you supposed to go out and deliver. And
All right,
as
can
of
y'all
this
hear me?
date, he ain't delivered anything. Yes, sir, we
Can you?
can.
All right. Sanders is the fourth ranked uh, FCS quarterback, and the kid from
fam,
FAM is the 25th ranked.
yeah,
I, I understand,
he's
but
talented though.
No,
yeah.
yeah, he's talented. I mean, actually, side note, kid from Kennesaw is ranked pretty high.
Oh
hmm
yeah. He's the
Yeah,
real deal too.
yeah.
But
But the only
let's get into the part that I pay attention to more to. If you look at the top 25 linemen,
Mhm.
you got one from you got one from Hampton, you got one from Southern,
oh my god.
Come on, Coy, come on.
And damn, that's it. You only got 2 in the top 25. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I got fam winning the East in the SWAC, and I got I'll
State.
go. I wouldn't say Grambling. I'd say part of the peer review, but
But
if
South
you
Carolina
go,
State. in the MEAC.
yeah. Well, that's a MEAC, but I was just saying for the SWAC because since we were talking
Oh, okay.
Dion, so
Gotcha.
I was saying the SWAC, it would be fam, and like I said, I'll go with Coy with Grambling. Take your pick, but I got fam winning the SWAC.
And
either way.
Tyrone, you can't have
Yes.
it both ways. You
What is
can't
that?
you can't be all on Dion and talk all this greatness about Dion, and then when he don't meet expectations, like if he's getting all these great recruits,
Right.
he should be better than everybody. Like Coach Saban took off at Alabama in year 2, and I ain't trying to be funny. I know it was Alabama, but
Yeah.
Alabama had years of some tough times. He came in, had a rough first season, and it's been cruise control since year 2. This is year 3 for Dion.
So how rough was season 2 for Dion in Jackson State?
But here's the difference.
How tough was it?
He lost against his best competition, and then he tried to make an excuse for losing to South Carolina State.
He lost it to the
Black
College Football Championship game.
No, that wasn't a championship game. That was a celebration bowl. That's two different things.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, Zach. It's a Black College Championship.
No,
game.
it's a celebration bowl. No, it's a celebration bowl.
Yeah, is that too?
Like that wasn't for the national championship. That was for the celebration bowl, and he lost against his best competition.
Well, they have to play in that because of the rule is those two teams have to play in that game as opposed to being instead of being in the playoffs.
No, I'm fine with that, but I guess what I'm saying is his team was supposed to clearly be better, and then he loses, and he's making excuses for losing.
Why did everyone think that team was clearly better?
Well, you just go off of. I
didn't think so. I didn't think so. I told you South Carolina.
I mean, you got to look. You had the first year of COVID, then you had last year was actually the first real season they had. I don't care who you are. You're not going to build a program like that.
Yeah. I don't think it was a failure. All I'm saying is I don't think it was a failure.
You saw the Junction Boys.
Well, I get that, but he's not at if he's getting these great recruits, if he's getting these great recruits at the 1AA level, is he not getting better recruits than the teams around him? And if not, then I guess he loses, making it up too much.
He's starting to bring some of that talent in. But on the side note, if you look, remember what I was talking about, my philosophy about football altogether. Now, when you go to the wide receivers, you notice that you'll see about 5 to 6 kids from the Black for HBCUs in the rankings.
Yeah,
Right.
The trenches.
But in the trenches, I have not seen but maybe one.
And that's one of the things that Dion agrees with you on, Coy, is that you got to build from the inside, and that's something, a point of emphasis that he has mentioned on a lot of interviews, is that's the direction he's working towards, is to recruit more on the inside. But again, even with Jackson State, if they lose, if Orion's predictions are correct, that's still a win, because that's put the spotlight on other programs to let you know that, hey, it's not just one program here. There's other schools that have players and prospects on their teams as well. Because like I said, FAMU last year played Jackson State real tight that entire game. That was a defensive battle last year. And I expect this year to be a close game as well. I expect Grambling to be a tough out. And South Carolina State has been in the mix for a long time. And so there's no surprise there.
I've heard a lot of people's feeling, but in modern college football and pro football, there should be no such thing as no damn 13 to 14 football games. The rules.
Well, that's the kind I like to see.
I like it too, but the rules have changed. You see what I'm saying? But I like it when it's actually the fundamentals is what's doing it versus the lack of skill versus the lack of play calling. At this point in football, you don't have those type of games. That's an off day. Right. It's understood that any given night your offense should be able to go out there and give you 21 points.
Amen. And tell me this: is Jackson State not getting good recruiting classes? Is that what you're saying, Mr. 411? That they don't have talent?
No one's saying that.
Well, I'm asking, do
But
they have talent? Is Dion
They have
recruiting
talent.
talent, or is he recruiting better talent than the other schools in 1AA? Because I thought he had the best recruiting class this year in 1AA. And I thought the previous year he was supposed to have a pretty good class.
Yeah, this year I think he did.
And that he was getting in all these transfers. So you're telling me his roster is not better than other people's roster in 1AA, or as good as theirs?
His roster is better than as good or better than most. Yes. But that doesn't mean that you're going to win every game, right? Georgia doesn't win every game they play, right?
You got to
and I've been talking about and I've been talking about Kirby for years.
But
Georgia doesn't win every game they play. Alabama doesn't either.
It starts with getting the kids in there, right? But then once you get the kids in there, yes, 5 stars help a ton, but it's also the fact that you have all those 5 stars. Now you get to mesh them together. These just fitting the parts together. That's why you want a ton of 5-star talent, so that you can put the pieces together to make the moves. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, yes, I understand. We got excuses for Dion, so we can move.
There's no excuses for him. There's no excuses for anybody.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm with you and Orion. They are not the best team in that conference yet.
No,
they're just not.
It's not.
Okay, that's all I want to hear, because I keep hearing how great all this talent he got, how great it is.
But that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
If I have the most talented roster, then it's my job to coach them. And I'm gonna say it like our buddy Rob says: coaches are, for whatever reason now, not expected to coach. Like, it's your job to coach the talent. If you get the player,
who said he's not coaching?
Is it not? If he ain't winning, he ain't coaching.
That's not true. Because if that's the case, then that's we can go through every team and say that, right?
No, we can't.
Yeah, if you're not winning,
we just talked about.
If you're not winning, you're not coaching.
We just talked about a guy at the beginning.
Saban's not coaching because he didn't win last season.
He has his team in there every year. He loses great talent every year.
No, that's what we saying.
He is definitely coaching.
That's what we saying.
Stop comparing apples and oranges.
I'm not.
You are.
If you're not winning,
you're doing that thing.
No, if you're not winning, you're not coaching.
All right.
That's what we're saying.
Define winning.
That's it. Everybody's trying to move that.
So what you're saying is,
nobody's trying to move the goalpost. It's your talent. If you have a stacked roster, if I'm at Vanderbilt, my expectation is not to win the national championship with that with that talent. But if I go out and win 10 games at Vanderbilt, I must be doing something right to coach.
No, you're gonna get you a new damn job. That's what you're gonna do.
You see what I'm saying? But if Kirby Smart goes 6-6 at Georgia this year, his ass should be fired because he has talent. So
but that's not. But Deion didn't go 6-6.
He lost his most important game. I don't care if you beat up on teams that you got more talent than.
So that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna say that across the board. Are you gonna say that across the board?
Or he's on the hot seat.
Who, Kirby?
Yes.
Agree. It's like if you have talent,
right?
Coach Saban every year. When Coach Saban loses one game every year, the people in Alabama start having a damn heart attack. And if he loses 2 games, they start talking about, well, is he too old to be coaching right now? And he losing in national championships, and he is consistently doing that. So,
but you comparing the guy who just started, man. Come on now.
I don't give a damn about just started.
Now you're moving the goalpost.
No, I'm not moving it. You're in my mind.
You're moving the goalpost.
No, I'm not.
I'll leave it like this.
When you take the job, you have
5 years, more than 3 years now to turn a program around.
Exactly.
You got a 3-year shelf life, or you better.
That coach in Florida State is on the hot seat.
So is he? So okay. So what you said earlier, Coy, you said he getting talent in there. You got to mesh the talent. You didn't say he's not coaching.
I don't have a problem with him as a coach.
I don't either.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
What would be a disappointment?
Thank you, Orion.
What would be a disappointment for this season?
Well,
500.
Yeah. So I mean, no, even worse. Well, I was.
Yep, I'm ready for the next
A
subject.
disappointment. A
I'm good for the
disappointment will
next
be.
subject.
A disappointment will be
Hey,
not them winning
He
their,
got to lose
not
6
winning their
games
You
conference.
for it
want
to be a
y'all
disappointment.
ready for my hot take? This won't be a good year for Jackson State. Sorry.
Nope, that's a hot
I've
take.
already said. I've already gone on the record.
But
I
I'm
just
That's
saying,
a
told
hot
you.
take.
but
I
I'm saying,
just told
you got to
they're
lose. You
not
got to
even going to
lose.
win the
All
conference.
right, T.
But he got to
That
lose
means you
6
got.
games.
He's not
All
even
right,
going to win the division.
But I'm
Put a
but
I
I'm
pin
just
on
still
told
it.
the
saying
Wow.
conference. He's not even going to win the East.
because I think they play 11. So you're
So does
telling
that
me
mean?
he goes?
Orion,
He
so
has to
that
go
mean he
6 and
can't
5?
coach? Does that mean he can't coach?
Yes.
If
That
he
means
doesn't
he
win his
didn't coach
division?
him up.
No,
That
that's
means he didn't
sad.
coach his team up this year. That means he got outcoached by
Because
some other
This is
coaches.
good.
and
This is
Yeah,
good
that's
stuff.
that's
and I'm gonna
different.
say
That
because
means he got
Calvin,
out coach.
that's where you were
That
going,
means he
Calvin,
got
with Eddie
outcoached.
George.
That means
That's
he
where
got
Calvin
out.
was going with Eddie George, and I don't know why he's backing off with Dion. Because basically he was saying with Eddie George is they had to convince Eddie George to be a coach. Do you want a guy in a position that you having to convince to do a job? Or at least I thought that's where you were going, Calvin.
No,
Because
exactly. Now, that's
because
exactly.
it's
But
your
now,
job to coach.
this is where I kind of twist off of you with Dion a little bit. I actually think Dion is actually a coach, and I actually think he's
Mhm.
But
actually
that
good at it.
but now
However,
we go, is he a good coach?
we're gonna find out. And you're gonna have to prove me wrong to find out. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I think he is a good coach. I think he's
The
I
book
going
is
to
actually
not
get
think
closed.
outcoached. I think he's gonna get outcoached.
the way.
This year.
I mean,
Oh,
I've seen little takes of him working with the kids,
And we
going
already
over
saw it.
technique and schooling them in the game. So I actually think he is a good coach. Now, if he goes 500, he ain't a good coach this year. Maybe he need to go back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
yes, Zach and Orion's right. He should win. Anything less than him winning winning his side and winning that bowl game is a failure for him.
absolutely.
Those
And
are
I'm
his standards.
But that
and
doesn't
I'm
mean.
saying
But that does not mean he can't coach. And that's
yes,
what I'm
it
saying.
does.
That
Yes,
means
it
he
They even
does.
said it.
okay.
They
If
even said it.
it
Dion
no,
even
that
said it
means he got
himself.
out
The same
coach.
thing you
That
just
means,
said. The same thing you just said, Coy. That's what Dion said. They here to win it
but that
all.
means
That's
he got.
their goal.
That means
Okay,
he got out
that's
coach.
what it is.
Yeah. So then that means
And
he
it can
got
happen.
outcoached. So
And,
But
if
there's
you want to,
other.
you can.
We
and I'm
but
gonna
we can't
disagree with y'all.
dismiss.
You
But
can
we
be a
can't
leader.
dismiss that there's not other good coaches.
You
in the
can be a
conference.
leader.
There's
You
other
can
good
be a
coaches there
leader.
too.
Yes,
You can
but
be a
that means
leader
you
and
got
be a
out
bad
coached by
leader.
other good coaches.
But I'm gonna go with you can be a bad he's a coach. He gets paid to be a head coach, but he can be a bad head coach. Coaches get
There is a
fired every
possibility.
year. So
There is
and
a
I'm telling
possibility.
and
Definitely
I'm
is.
telling you, he ain't done anything right now to prove to me that he's a good coach. He's a coach, but his most important games last year, I think they scored
The
7
FAMU
points
game.
against FAM.
Mhm.
So they won that against the
That was
1A
atrocious.
against the
Anybody
1A
watch that game? That was a atrocious game.
the 1A opponent he played.
It was.
I don't think his team scored. And then you go into a bowl game that you're supposed to be better than, or at least you and the other team are even, and you lose.
And you lost.
And this has
Yeah.
been my Georgia standard with Kirby Smart. Like Kirby Smart won the national championship last year. I'm not saying he's the greatest coach of all time yet. He still has stuff to prove to me that okay,
I'm
can we
gonna
go?
say it again? You got once in a generational defense.
Well, and I'm saying he still has to prove stuff to me, but he has an opportunity, and he has a national championship. So
But
why
Oh,
would I
did
not
you-
hold
oh,
Deion
oh,
Sanders to that
So
standard?
did you say Kirby can't coach when he didn't win national championships?
No, I said
I
he got
did.
outcoached.
Okay.
I said he got
No, I'm
outcoached.
asking. Oh, right.
said he got
Okay,
outcoached.
so there's no problem with that. That's your standard. That's how you feel. No one's trying to tell you how to feel about something, but that doesn't mean that's exactly what it is.
No, and I think, and I don't, like I said, I think Dion is a good coach, but I think he's going to get out coached this year. And is the game? I've already illustrated what game that's going to be. We
You
already
definitely
seen
got me
it
wanting to watch the
in
game,
the
though.
Celebration Bowl. He
Yeah.
will lose. He will not win the East or the SWAC.
Right.
And by the
I
way,
just want-
my parents went to South Carolina State, and my mom was at that game, and she was happy that South Carolina State won that game.
I just want to make sure that if they
That's
do
because
lose the
your mom's
fam,
a G. Your mom was in South Carolina State since we were 5 and 6 years old.
Yeah. Hey,
If
look,
she had a way, Yeah, that way we all would have went there.
Yeah, and guess what? Harry Carson. I know you guys know who he is, but
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame linebacker, New York Giants.
Yeah.
They actually had classes together, and also Donnie Shell. So those are
Mm-hmm.
some great
Right.
players.
And
That
and
and
I
actually,
and I right, and I expect everyone's going to be talking about Dion in the beginning,
yeah,
but when it comes down to it, we will be talking about Fam in South Carolina State and throw in whoever you want to after that. Maybe
UAPB,
you said Grambling.
there you go, Zach.
the
I'm
gold
not really
lions.
yeah, I'm not
Hey,
sure
I
about
want.
Grambling yet, but I'm sure about Fam and South Carolina State.
Hey, look, guys,
What's y'all
just like
take on Grambling firing that coach?
The which one, the volleyball one?
No, the football coach, the assistant coach, Browse. What's his name? Browse. Guy from
Oh, yeah, they
but look
should
who
have
they
never
brought
even
in.
hired him.
Yeah, but look who they brought in. They brought in Jackson.
But who
No,
was the
no. Hugh Jackson brought
Yeah,
in your boy.
Dre-
yeah, he bought in
he-
Browse.
yeah.
Yes, Hugh Jackson brought him in.
Hey, I mean, I'm gonna say I'll try. I think you should get second chances in life. Like unless we just don't believe in second chance, but at some point,
Right, but that wasn't
you
that
should get
long
a
ago.
second
That's
chance.
what I'm saying. He
Well,
didn't even have time
all
to.
right. Here's my take on it. Is the problem with him is he showed lack of leadership and he lost control of his program, right?
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
but
You finna hire him as assistant coach. He ain't in charge of shit.
but
I'm sorry.
but as I
I'm
said,
sorry, Tyrone.
no,
I'm
but
just
at some
saying.
point,
Oh no,
but
you
when do
good,
you
bro?
get a second chance? Because he didn't go to jail. Like, at, is he like when's going to be the right time for him to get a second chance?
Yeah,
And
that wasn't the time, right? I mean, he didn't even have time to sit out. Like
Well, the
before
problem,
they brought him right back.
it was well.
Did you see what he did to that program? I mean, how many sexual assaults and rapes was going on in that
well,
program?
but that's what I'm saying. So either, but what's
He
good?
wasn't
What's going to be the
assaulting right
appropriate? But what's going to be the
And he wasn't
appropriate time
telling
He
for him
was
to
he
get
was
back?
he was definitely looking the other way because he had
He, like
as
I
long as my
said,
star
lack of
linebacker was good,
leadership.
he went.
He wasn't telling them kids go out there and rape nobody.
He sure
Hey,
wasn't
guys.
telling them if you did, it was a
He wasn't
problem.
telling you. I wonder. I'm assuming at some point he had that conversation. Hey, y'all, don't be raping nobody this week. But
Not only
like I
that,
said,
didn't they have shootouts? Didn't players shoot each other?
He definitely had
Wasn't it under his watch?
what would be he
again,
definitely had a lack of control of his program.
That whole
Yes.
program. I
yes.
mean, it put him on the map. I mean,
But
it put him on
as
the
I said,
map.
are you ever gonna give him a second chance? Like
There you
when's
go.
gonna be the right time?
Good.
In this climate right now, this is not a good time.
Well, then
Give
he
it-
ain't ever coming back then.
Right?
Like
But no,
everybody will say
what
he
you-
can't ever come back.
Right? No, what you do is you make him a you do what you go to the Saban become a new coach program. You go there and you get rehabilitated. You become a on the field assistant or whatever they call those jobs that Saban give everybody. Then all of a sudden they become
Analyst,
become a head coach.
consultant
Yeah.
or analyst.
Yeah, but I
Consultant.
mean,
to help
I think-
rehabilitate your
I
career.
think it had more to do with the fact that it was there. And the biggest let's be honest, the biggest outrage was they're not going to allow
Close
you
it.
over there. So why the
Close
hell
us
should
out,
we
Clay.
allow you here?
Close us out so we can close us out so we can get to week 0.
I'm done. We're done. Week 0.
All right, week 0, guys. Let's talk about it. All right, week 0. What you like about it, Oh?
I'm interested to see if can Florida State actually would that be a close game considering that what the
Ooh.
program is right now and that coach. I'm looking forward to I'll be at the Howard Alabama State game.
That's just gonna be
Okay.
dope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch that one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious to see that Florida A&M has always had this aspiration of being big boy 1A.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how they perform against North Carolina.
yeah,
Because right now they're supposed to be the jewel of the conference.
right. And how long is Matt Brown still at North Carolina?
Yes, he is.
Uh-huh.
Like, why is he still coach? Why is he still coach?
Well, he likes
Because he can
coaching, and he's
recruit.
probably good for the
No,
program.
he can recruit.
Now
He just can't
he
coach.
yeah, because I mean he has. I mean, what happened to that quarterback? Wasn't he a Heisman?
Absolutely.
Incons-
Shouldn't
Was
have been.
yeah.
Should not have been, but yes.
Right. So again,
What about you?
that's my issue. So that I'm
What
interested to
about you,
see
Zach?
that game too.
Vanderbilt at Hawaii, because Vanderbilt at the SEC, and I know I went kind of way over expectations for them with 10 wins, but they probably want to try to make it to a bowl game. You got to beat Hawaii because they're going to have a rough time in the SEC. So every non-conference game they can win is going to be good for them, and it'll let you see how good they are.
Is that game at Hawaii?
It is. So that's even more
Okay,
like they need to
that's
win
a vacation. That was a vacation for Vanderbilt. That's it.
They like it'll let you see, like, if they can't compete with Hawaii and in Calvin's favorite places on the lines, then
in the trenches.
but this one is for real, because if they can't compete with their lines, they won't get blown by the other teams.
Very good. Anything else on week 0, guys, before we move forward?
What about Nebraska and Northwestern? What a way to start off game 1.
I mean, if you want to look at Frost, he
right.
needs
That's what I'm saying. Is he on the hot seat or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
he needs this. He needs this game. And they're favored by.
He need every damn game.
All right, and they're favored. They're 13-point favorites. So
like he can't afford not to win nothing.
All right, you can't start that game off like that. And if he don't, I will be putting it all over Terrell Farley's Facebook page if they don't win this game. He will hear from me. He will hear from me.
I don't know why.
Can we be honest? The Nebraska program was a fluke. Can we be honest?
No, I don't think it's a fluke.
No, they had the talent.
When?
They did have the talent. When Osborne was there.
Okay.
But I don't think it was a fluke. I'm gonna go back to what I said about segregation. I think if we look at pre-segregation, a lot of people that look like us weren't allowed to play in the South, and we were trying to get out of the South.
So now
that all of that is kind of subsided, now we've come back to the South. We get to play at home in front of our family, friends, and a passionate fan base. And like, let's just be real. I mean, Tuscaloosa might not be the greatest place to go, but do you want to go to Tuscaloosa, or are you trying to go to Nebraska or Iowa or any of them places? Like, you're going to go to Tuscaloosa. You're going to go to Auburn. You're going to go to Athens. Name some other place. Even the Mississippi schools. You're going to go there versus any of them other damn places.
So don't take your ass to Oxford, Mississippi.
Well, but some people, if you grow up there, you want to play at Mississippi. You want to play
the ones that grow up there don't go to they know.
Well, they getting it. Nebraska ain't coming into the South and getting a kid is any damn good. I just don't.
Ole Miss, God, I put it like this: Jane Meredith would happen tomorrow if they had the chance. Okay, don't go down there. Shit.
Well, I wouldn't go to Mississippi, but I'm just saying. Nebraska can't come get them kids.
I didn't say Mississippi. I said Oxford, Mississippi. There's a difference.
That. Oh yeah.
So that's Nebraska's problem.
Okay,
they in Nebraska.
Charles, moving along. Okay.
All right, season expectations, fellas.
Well, I think without giving away what I expect for the CFP, I think this season is going to be chalk. Like I know everybody may be expecting all these great things, but I think it's going to be Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State more than likely, and you can throw in a few other teams, but there won't be any surprise teams, for me at least, that I see really competing for the championship. You may have some surprise teams that will come up and have a really good season, but not anything that is going to affect the top of the standings or top of the college football.
So who's your fourth team?
I mean, if I'm being real, Orion, I don't give a damn. We number 3 right now. I ain't looking at no damn team behind us. And
So
really,
3 is Georgia.
Yes, we are number 3
Alabama.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your third team, Zach?
Well, Ohio State is 2 right now, and they playing the Big
So
Ten.
Ohio
So you would
State.
think,
Yeah, they're gonna win. They'll win the conference, so they're in. They're in.
but
And your fourth team,
I don't care because whoever it is, they ain't gonna beat us. So
Washington.
like whatever.
No.
Like pick one: Clemson,
Utah,
USC,
Utah.
like all of them. Okay.
You know what? Utah going because if Utah goes to Florida and beat them game 1, they're winning the conference. They won it last. They won the Pac-10, whatever it is, Pac-12 last year.
And look,
now they'll have a big win on their belt. In addition to they're gonna beat USC. They'll probably play UCLA. Them and UCLA will battle for this may be the 1 year that they may be able to get one in if they can win that game. They struggled on the road. Now if this was in Utah, I'd say they win by double digits, but they're going to Florida, so I don't know. I don't know if those Utah kids going to be able to handle going in that heat for game 1, and there's probably going to be a night game. So,
well, I'm hoping Utah wins because I want some other teams to be viable, but the reality is, and if I'm being honest with you, Calvin, I'm only concerned about Alabama. I ain't concerned about no other damn team. Anybody else, we can beat.
Well, every team in the top 5 got flaws.
I would agree. That's what I said. But I'm only concerned about one. I
don't think anybody's a complete team. Either one is one side or the other.
I actually see Georgia or Alabama. Might be both, but I see Georgia or Alabama. I see Alabama throwing away a game in the West, and it's going to be either.
It won't be A&M. A&M, to tell you that.
Absolutely not.
Actually, that fits par for the course.
No.
No.
I won't be shocked if they beat A&M by 20.
We won't. And then LSU still has a lot of talent left. I don't like that coaching choice they picked.
Brian Kelly is a great coach. Like, you want to talk about coach.
Brian Kelly's not a great coach for LSU.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
All right, think about who named the last 2 coaches that had success at LSU other than Saban.
What, Les Miles and Orgeron?
What do they have in common?
They're idiots.
They're weird.
They're gone?
Yes, weirdo. Okay. We'll go with that.
They're gone?
They're weirdo.
They're weird.
One of them eat grass and one of them think he's a frat boy. There's a different way you got to connect them.
No, Corey, looking at Alabama's schedule, if it's going to be a game, it would be either Arkansas or Tennessee, because you got
Tennessee, Orion.
No, because I'm doing it based off the way it's set up. Look, you got to go. They go at Arkansas. The very next week they host A&M, and then they go to Tennessee. In that 3-game stretch, you think you got to be able to one of those. If Coy is right, then it got to be in that stretch.
They always go after we play Tennessee.
Once upon a time, you remember there was a stretch where they either lost A&M or Ole Miss. Why, you don't know. They always just throw games for some damn reason.
I mean, I'm just looking at guys. The strength of their schedule. If you're talking about, if you saying if it's going to be a trip up, it has to be within that gauntlet, because you go back to back to back to back.
Well, I hope you're right, Orion, but I wish our game was right after they played Tennessee then.
Well, we got the same problem. That's why I said top 5. Everyone has a flaw, because we have that same problem. We have a similar gauntlet.
Yeah, but
who? Hey guys, give me a disappointing team this year. Who's going to disappoint you?
Ohio State.
USC.
Ohio State.
USC, well, they're not going to disappoint me. Ohio State's going to disappoint the masses. They're going to be exactly what I expected to be.
USC.
Y'all both picked USC.
Yeah.
Okay,
USC.
why USC, guys?
And I actually think UCLA is gonna win that conference.
I do too.
I think they will be the number 4.
I just said that between them and Utah. I don't know why USC is even in the mix.
Yeah.
But what is
like
USC
I
getting picked for?
I think
Like
Alabama or Georgia, maybe. And then and then Clemson's gonna rebound, and that's gonna be number 4. And then Ohio State. Shit.
Well, is anybody expecting USC to make the CFP?
No.
Like I don't expect that.
No.
But they better be good on offense. Like they better be scoring 30 plus on offense.
That ship is sailed.
With the offense?
Okay.
That whole USC program thing.
It better not have, because they paid Lincoln Riley 10 plus or $9+ million or whatever they did.
He'll get a quarterback, but who didn't that went to USC didn't get a quarterback? That ain't hard. I mean, all you gotta do is
if you haven't paid attention, what do you notice different about other staffs in the USC staff?
What's that?
Most of these other perennial powerhouses have head coach caliber coaches at every position.
That's true.
Why would you take your ass to damn Southern California?
Because he know he's not gonna get fired over there.
Because it's Los Angeles.
No.
Because it's Los Angeles.
First of all, if you're a family man, Los Angeles ain't really what you want where it's at. Because you got to remember now, you can go to Alabama and you can go spend your couple $100,000 and live whatever.
Hey, I'm gonna go no comment.
In Los Angeles, you and your wife and your kids in a 1-bedroom apartment. That $400,000 that you get as assistant coach ain't hitting on nothing.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm looking at their schedule, and I mean USC got to go to Stanford, they got to go to Utah, they got to go to UCLA, and got to go and host Notre Dame.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say third.
I don't even know if they win. I don't even know if they may lose all 3 of those games.
But I'm gonna say throw schedule out the window, and I'm looking at this kind of like with
maybe 4,
like Aaron Rodgers, or when they pay all these quarterbacks this money in the NFL. Like when you pay a quarterback a lot of money, don't complain about his weapons no more, because your expectation is he gonna make everything around it better. They paid Lincoln Riley to make everything, like he's supposed to be such a genius. Whatever they lacking, he should be able to overcome. Like so, I said 30, but his offense should, if they got to go out there and score 40, he should be able to dial up shit where they gonna go out there and score a touchdown every series.
You mean like Chip Kelly, genius?
Yeah, right. He gonna need 40 because UCLA is loaded.
Well, and that's why they paid him. That's why they paid him the money. I'm assuming.
Utah.
You mean Lane Kiffin at Tennessee, genius? Okay.
I'm just saying they paid him the money for
Jimbo in Florida State, genius. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, guys. Surprise teams. What team gonna surprise everybody this year?
Houston.
No.
I heard of Houston.
Yes, Houston.
Okay, Zach. Why you have Houston, bro?
Houston actually was pretty good last year. They lost their matchup with Cincinnati. They have a chance to go 12-0. I think the A&M. I say A&M. I'm sorry, Texas Tech game when they go there. I think September 10th. That will be the swing game for them. But worst case, they should go 11-1. But if they can find a way to win that game, I think they beat Cincinnati, and they should be in a New Year's Six bowl. They find a way to go 12-0. They might be in the mix for that 4th team. Now, I don't think that they're by any chance ready to compete for, like, they wouldn't be able to play with the big boys on the national stage. So it'd be a get over whoever's the 1 seed. But I mean, they should have a record that gives them that opportunity.
Yes, sir. All right.
Purdue beats Ohio State and then go back to the whole conference sucking again. There you go. Purdue.
Hey,
That's
I
actually
said Ohio State was disappointing. That would be great.
I would say Clemson, but Clemson's not really a surprise, but Purdue.
That was mine, but I was gonna say Clemson, but I guess that's only because of the down year that they had.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
don't
not
know if
really a
that's
surprise.
necessarily a surprise that they'll be back.
Hot take.
But,
Saban
but
retired. Dabo goes to Tuscaloosa.
Well, you're full of hot takes, man.
Well, you had to
all
tell
right,
me why Saban is going to
but
retire, but
I'll
okay.
I'll I'll, cha- I'll change my pick. I'll say Miami.
Wow, Hurricanes. Okay.
If that
Spicy.
quarterback, look, I'm interested to see if that quarterback
I
is
think
good as they making him out to be, because they
I
make him
think
out to be the second coming.
hey, I think Cristobal can coach.
Hey, once again, they paid him too. I'm big on if you
Hey,
paying people, they need
he
to
was
go earn their money.
hey, he earned it at Oregon. He knew he couldn't. He knew out there it was only so much he could get.
Agreed. Which is why
Nike.
when I
Even
which is
with
why I
all that
look at
Nike money.
Right. Even
well,
though that
that's why I
nice
said-
facility, ain't too many people going out to Oregon when they can't.
that's why I don't think Dion is long for Jackson State. I feel like Dion is looking at old boy Mike Norvell at Florida State. Just wait. But we'll stay away from that.
Yeah.
But you got to think now. Deion right now is the biggest fish in the smallest pond.
I don't think
All
he's
right.
going anytime soon. As long as he can keep staying in the rate. Like, why would he? Right now, he's probably having more success than he is at Florida State and staying in the limelight a lot more. He goes
Deion
there,
at
he may
Florida State
disappear.
don't have an Aflac commercial.
I think
Right.
a 5-year, $40 million contract will go a long way to changing how you feel about stuff.
Zach, Deion got no. It ain't the 5-year $40 million. It's the Aflac and all the other attention Deion gets. It's the side money Deion gets.
That's true.
Deion's not making money coaching right now. He's making side money.
That's why I said if Florida State come with a 5-year, $40 million contract,
But they could have done. They could have did that. They could have did that before Norville.
Yeah, but he didn't have any coaching experience. Now he's gonna have coaching experience, and he still recruits from them.
And Norville came from where?
Yeah, Memphis.
Okay.
And he's like, I look. I love to tell you, he's like eating broccoli, but he ain't even that good for you based on what he's done.
Exactly. So why wouldn't they? I mean, they would have had time to. They could have done it. I don't think he's. If he would have did it that early, he would have, like you said, he would have lost the Aflac commercial. He knows what he's doing. Like you said, he's a salesman.
Oh, absolutely.
So he. But eventually, when he keeps losing,
well,
then
Norvell's going to get fired. Unless Norvell gets better, he's going to get fired.
Yeah. All right, guys. Heisman, man. Who's your Heisman trophy winner this year?
Will Anderson.
Linebacker. Okay.
Whoa.
Will Anderson. He's probably the top pick in the. He's probably the top pick in the draft too, right? Or should be the top pick. Should be
because of last year of how they didn't put him in when he should have been there. He's gonna have the games. He shows. He's gonna show up in every game.
The problem with that is you don't return kicks. You don't play any offense, and that's gonna kill him.
So you don't think a linebacker can win it?
Yeah, but
no, you're not gonna win it just for tackling. That's exactly how they look at it. It does not.
Do we have my? Do I get to?
Let's put like this.
Put up my
The
photo.
only way a linebacker can win the Heisman is he quitting Corey out 3 to 4 times a game. Y'all remember that hit?
Yeah.
And guess what? You can't do that no more. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he'd have to get 20 plus sacks. But I'm with I'm with Orion that Will Anderson is the best. He's the best player in college football. Like, I would take him as the best football player, but my pick is right there, Bryce Young. I think he's going to break that trend and win back-to-back Heisman's, and
If he was a national, well, it comes first, but yes,
he is a outstanding football player, and I know the last image of him is losing the football game. I mean, losing the national championship. I could break down some of the stats.
No. The last image of him is making bad decisions from the quarterback position.
There
was some bad throws.
See, we gonna go with the Alabama guy will give me that. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. And I watched I watch Alabama game, and I'm telling you from a defensive back standpoint, I watch as much Alabama football and Arkansas football as anybody after I watch Georgia football. This young man is a great college player. The size and everything, I don't know how much that will limit him in the NFL, but he's outstanding. He had a great game, I think, against Arkansas when they won 579 yards or something. If you watch the Auburn game after he lost Jameis Williams, and I'm not sure why Saban be putting these damn guys on damn special teams or whatever, but that was a big time drive, 90+ yard drive to go tie the game and then get it to overtime and you win that game. Then you come out against Georgia and he lit our ass on fire in that game.
So who is he throwing to? Who would he be throwing to? Who would be Mitchie and Williams? Burton?
No, possible, but he's gonna get it. But I'll be honest.
So who is he throwing to that's gonna be on the talent level that they had?
It don't need to be like we didn't know about that Ohio. We didn't know about Williams.
I'm gonna tell you what you do. You go look at their last 3 recruiting class, and you go find out which all-state 6'2", 6'3" sprinter that play football at Alabama now from the high school team, and that's what you're gonna be throwing to.
Well, most of the game, most of the games, they're gonna out talent everybody. Like they're gonna out talent most everybody.
And the only reason I say that is because I know what Stroud has up there at Ohio State. Yeah, because
I was gonna argue with that.
The last game he just played, what did that receiver have?
Yeah.
You're playing in the Big 12. You're playing in the Big 12. So what? You know he's gonna put up the big numbers.
But I think they're gonna lose games. I don't think they like. I think Alabama maybe they get the one loss.
Would that matter though?
Because it didn't used to matter where it used to be the most exciting, dominant college player. All of a sudden now it's like it's the best player on the best team. Is what it is now.
Well, if the thing against him is going to be because he won the Heisman last year, then if that's going to be the bias going in, but he's going to have the toughest schedule, I think, probably in the country, because as long as Texas is decent, that's their out of conference game. They play in the SEC West, and then he's going to get a game against. Well, I ain't even gonna say he's going to get a game against Georgia with all the marbles on the line. And either he'll perform well in that game or he won't before things go. So his resume.
But I mean, we just said right they're going to be in the playoff. Well, Ohio State was our 3, right? And we didn't care who the 4th was, right?
Yeah, so, I said they're going to be in the playoff. But I
mean, he's going to have the numbers. So he's going to have the numbers, right?
I'm hoping they look at quality over quantity.
They're not. They're going to look at the numbers
Because that young man in Alabama scares me way more. Like, if we play Ohio, like, for whatever reason, say we were to lose in the SEC championship again, and we got to play Ohio State, I'm not worried about their quarterback. I'm not worried about their damn offensive line. Like, I think we can ragdoll them like we did Michigan.
I'm just saying. If we talking both of them, I think Stroud may end up, like you said, he may not be the better quarterback, but he's going to have the better numbers because I know his 2 weapons we know about.
Well, we
know about Marvin Harrison.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, we know about Marvin Harrison Jr. and we know about, I don't even know how to say the guy's last name.
Smith and Jingba.
Yeah, that guy
Jackson.
Yeah, he did. He put on the show last year.
We also know that
absolutely.
The Big Ten don't have us. They don't create a bunch of pressure from the corners.
I mean,
there you go.
But that's why I said, are you gonna take these paper numbers versus Young is gonna have like he gets the Texas game. That's gonna be a really big game early.
Here's the thing: are you gonna see? Is it about the player or is it about the player who you played against?
Well, shit. The defense you play against has to say you playing against a good defense. As you keep telling me about these people on the line, that's got to mean something. If you like playing against Purdue, okay. Like when you go out there and put up 500 yards against Purdue, what's the difference between that and somebody in the Big 12 or somebody in the MAC?
Yeah, but we just
5,000 yards.
We just stated in the first hour that Texas is one of the overrated teams. So programs. So that game to me is not even going to be close.
But that game's not even going to be close. But that should be better than playing a MAC school like Texas. For Sarkisian's sake, they better win 8 games this year. So that's got to be better than playing OU. And I don't even know Ohio State's schedule. But who's the tough Big 12 or Big 10 team?
Well, they starting out with Notre Dame, so he's going to have a big.
Go ahead.
He's starting out with Notre Dame,
and we'll get to see how good Notre Dame is, and that will be a good test.
Why do we think Sarkisian is a good coach?
Well, I'm going out what people tell. I don't think he's a good coach, but I hear that.
He's a good coach on your team, on your roster, but he ain't no good head coach.
Hey man,
I'm at the point now that
he's a good wingman.
I didn't hire him.
Y'all, everybody seems to think it's good to recycle one of Saban's damn assistants. You suck when you was a head coach. You go down the Nick, and now all of a sudden you relearn how to be a head coach. No, because you've been doing this shit for 20 years. So your coaching, your technique, your philosophies are all the same. Don't think because you went down there and hung out with Steve for 2 years, you're gonna change your whole life.
Well, the way I judge people is easy. How much money do you make? And that's really all I go off of because that dictates my expectations.
Hey, I like Steve, man. He likes to drink and he has a wife, man. We cool.
Does he?
Have you seen her?
Have
you seen her?
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you need to check her out.
That is.
Whew.
He's about that life.
That's why you they had to let him go. You see all that drinking over there partying.
You gotta understand, Zach. You gotta understand. All these coaches that leave USC and the UCLA, there's something about them.
Well, I ain't been a big fan of them, but it's kind of like whatever.
All right. Well, guys, we about to close this thing out. So let's get to predictions. All right. Name a team that's gonna win it all before we get out of here.
Well,
this ought to be good.
Okay, I will. I won't do the homer thing. I would say,
I'm trying not to.
As of right now, today, Alabama would be in the lead in the clubhouse, and I would give them probably 25% chance. Like I would because I just said the only team I'm worried about is Alabama, and I might even push it higher than that and say Alabama is 50-50 as long as Bryce Young stays healthy and they have relative health.
I will leave Georgia and Alabama out of it and say Clemson.
Yeah, no, Alabama will be my leader in clubhouse. Like I ain't buying Clemson. Hell with that.
I think that quarterback they got, he's had a year under his belt, and I think he's going to be just fine. And if you look at the classes and the talent that they have amassed, they'll be fine. The problem is they lost a couple of assistant coaches that he shouldn't. Because Sweeney, he's a good team leader, I guess you can call it, but he ain't a great coach. But I'm assuming he filled those places. There was a reason why he had the highest paid group of assistant coaches in the country, because he ain't that damn great of a coach. We'll see. All right. But anyway, Clemson.
All right,
Damn that. I'm homering. Georgia.
Well, look, I ain't arguing with that because I'm gonna back Orion in this.
I ain't playing. I'm not playing radio. Georgia.
You can drink it, huh?
Georgia.
Well, it ain't drinking it. You got to tell me whose rosters are better. Like I see Alabama and Georgia playing twice next year. So I guess look at Alabama's schedule and look at Georgia's schedule and tell me how they play twice. But they're gonna play twice next year.
All right, so we have Bama, Clemson, and Georgia. All right, that sounds familiar.
It's going. It's going to
No,
be talked for
I
a
said
while.
earlier.
It'll be there for a while.
Now,
It'll be the Big Ten versus the SEC, and then throw in maybe ACC, and then throw in the other from here
No,
on
no.
out until
Clemson and then the ACC, not the ACC, just Clemson.
okay, Clemson.
because give
Well,
me next
or Notre
next year.
Dame, because
Yeah,
they
right.
like to throw
Well,
them in there every year because they get the benefit of being independent, so they can always they may be your
They
other.
get the benefit of the largest TV audience you can grab.
absolutely. And next year will be a chance for a non-SEC school to win a national championship. But this year, I mean, if you asked me to put, if I had to bet my life on it, Georgia and Alabama playing for the national championship.
Hey,
All
I'll
right.
live with.
You
I'll
know
live.
Now,
that it's gonna be that.
now,
This
now,
is
what
how
the
you
results is
this is
gonna
what.
be,
Hold
I
on,
ain't sure.
Zach. This is
Well,
how
Zach
this has
said,
got to. In order for them two to play,
all
one
right,
of them's
final
got to
minute.
drop a game early in the season, right?
Why?
Because if both of them meet undefeated in the playoff game, it's gonna be winner goes takes all. If one team drops a game early, they meet in the playoffs. The one that dropped the games win. That'll put the other one back into the hunt.
Well,
That's all.
No, the
you
If
other
two
way,
already
other
undefeated, if
other
two
way
already
around,
said
Coy.
undefeated,
Alabama gonna lose a
Coy,
game.
Coy, the other way around. If we both go into the SEC championship undefeated, we both in.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
not dropping both of us
It's just a matter of who's gonna be one and
because
who's gonna be
your
two.
only loss will be either one of those teams. Your only loss will be in the SEC championship to the number 1 or number 2 team,
but the
probably at
problem
that
is
point.
if you lose an SEC championship, you drop from 1 or 2 to 5.
No,
No,
it
you
it
drop the
it
4.
it,
You drop the
it,
All
4,
right,
depending
guys.
on
it,
who it is.
it ain't
We
happening
dropped
next
the
year.
All right,
we dropped the what? What did we drop
Well,
to?
A
We lost
AO,
we lost the SEC championship and lost and went dropped the what? 4?
Okay, guys.
AO. Well,
all right.
This is
let's
it.
hope Alabama don't drop to 5 after we win the SEC championship. Then.
All right, guys. Man, this was great, man. Great talk today. Very spirited, as we can see here. We're gonna do this
Y'all see that?
again.
Y'all see that?
All
I
right.
See that?
I'm trying to I've been trying to give y'all credit all day. You don't want to take it.
Yeah. All right. So just to be clear, Zach has Bama in the early prediction to win it all.
Yes,
Corey
absolutely.
has Clemson, and O has. I'm gonna go out on a limb. He has Georgia
Woo!
winning it. So look, appreciate you
Mr.
guys being on.
411,
Thank everybody for watching.
you're missing. There's 4 here. We only got 3 votes.
Jackson State.
Oh yeah. Well, Mr. 401 will put his prediction on the YouTube page.
You damn.
Well, we're gonna have to give our college football picks for next week anyway, officially.
Yeah, we do.
So
And we got to get back and do week 1. We got to get back and
All
cover
right.
week 1 as well and other news, guys. So appreciate you. Thanks for everybody watching and listening.
Yes.
This was Triple Option.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you for
it.
being here,
All
gentlemen.
right.
Appreciate it. This is great football stuff. And Calvin, I love you and your offensive and D-line stuff. It lets me know you are definitely a damn football player. You should
For
be a
sure.
coach.
Yeah.
I love the fact that
Yeah.
I get to hang out with my brothers. That's what I love.
That's it. That's it, fellas. Yes, definitely. All right. We'll see everybody soon. Have a good one.
Y'all have a
We're
great
out.
Sunday.
Yes, sir. Whoa.